Do this out. Live. Check out my Twitch. I be on Twitch now. Shit.
Everybody keep telling me about Twitch, but I don't really know how to get into that.
I'm trying to be a gamer though, because you can just get like once you get a lot of views on it, people just you can get paid for just being on there playing games and shit. So I'm trying to be on that shit.
Hell yeah.
Just playing games and getting paid.
That's right. I hear that. That sounds fun as hell though.
All right, we finna go right now. We good? All right. Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Make sure you go to YouTube. We're on YouTube right now, Twitch, Apple Podcast, Spotify. Type in PoPolitickin. Listen to my interview since 2008. 1-2-1-2. I'm in place to be with KitaontheTrak. Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. How about you?
I'm good. Why they call you KitaontheTrak?
That's just because, when I started making music, I would always say KitaontheTrak as my tagline. And people like, nah, just take that out and just call yourself KitaontheTrak. So, and I also engineer and shit. So that's why I be like, oh, it's KitaontheTrak.
All right. So where you from?
Brooklyn, baby.
Brooklyn? So how you get out here?
I was trying to look for a change like about 8-9 years ago. And I was like, you know what? LA sounds far and nice. So I'm going to just go out there and see what happens.
So where'd you live? What part of Brooklyn?
Like around Prospect Park, Flatbush.
Okay. So how did you get involved with music?
Well, when I was in 5th grade, they had a talent show, and me and my cousin, and my sister wanted to form a group to do that talent show, TNA, and I wrote the song for us, and it was called "Pump It Up." Something silly, pump it up, because we were in 5th grade, and I gave everybody their parts, and then once we did that, it went over real well, and I was like, you know what, I kind of like this writing thing, and I've been writing for a real long time, and finally I was just like, let me release something, and I just released my first song in April, actually. So I've been writing since I was in 5th grade, but I never released nothing until just now.
Wow. So who did you grow up listening to?
Actually, everybody. My mom, she was very cross genres. I listened to Shania Twain. I listened to Aaliyah, of course, Missy Elliott, Tribe Called Quest. Pretty much anybody in the 90s, like all over the place. Paula Cole, especially, she's a really good folk songwriter, and I would get like my storytelling from those kind of writers.
Okay. So how did you find your way in LA? Like, tell us how you came out here and ended up doing what you're doing now out here.
Well, I met a girl, of course. That's how it always goes, right? So I met a girl back then, and I was like, she's like, you should move out here to LA, and I came and I visited for a week. And I really liked it. So I was like, oh, LA's the place for me, for sure. And I just saved up everything I could. And 6 months later, I arrived to LA. And ever since then, I just been grinding, trying to, survive. Because I just did it by myself. So I just been trying to, do the thing. But now I'm finally at a spot where, everything is, copacetic. So, it's time to expand and do what I feel like I should be doing.
So I would say, so you were saying you engineer?
Oh yeah, I be engineering for a couple people. I have my business partner. His name is Mongo. Everything that he's released, I've engineered for him. I also have another artist I'm working with, May Faye, and this other dude, Baby 9, and also this other dude, Lido Kilo. So I'm an engineer for a couple people.
And then for everybody listening, what exactly does an engineer do?
Oh, pretty much I'm the audio engineer. So I record these guys. I do the sound treatments in the studio booth, make sure everything is good, the levels, all of that. And, I mix a little bit while I'm doing it, but I wouldn't call myself like the greatest mixer. I don't really mix and master, but I could put the effects and I do like the light mixing and all of that shit.
Yeah, so actually, I think I forgot who I was talking to, but I actually was asking the homie what mixing and mastering is. And he said that's kind of like interpretation.
That definitely is true. It's pretty much up to the artist for sure, the artist, and then the engineer too, the mixer. Because what sounds good to you might not sound good to me. And if everybody's going for that generic radio quality sound, whereas I'm more like I'm from Brooklyn, so I like more raw shit. Like when I listen to Wu-Tang, that's like they were having a lot of fun making those records for real. When you listen to Missy Elliott and Timbaland and Aaliyah, they just had so much fun, and that's exactly what I'm trying to to make for myself. So I don't really think like, yeah, you want that studio quality sound, but you really want to have the fun, and you want to have like all of that good time going to the song, and that's what you want the audience to really hear. So I like it a little bit more raw, because that's what people, you'd be like, yo, damn, they were really just doing the thing. They were just hustling. They didn't even care. They was just talent right there.
So I was trying to, and then with your music, because I heard more beats than anything. So are you just a producer, or are you a producer and a rapper? I was trying to figure you out.
Yeah, I'm a Jill of all trades. That's what I call it. I'm a Jill of all trades, but a master of none. You know what I mean? So I make beats, but I really don't make like trap beats. So I don't have my beats for sale. My beats are more like, I guess, relax and chill, smoke a blunt too. But I write more than anything. It's just I haven't released so much because I'm tweaking it because I'm mixing. I'm doing everything myself. If I was sending it out to somebody else, I'd probably be moving a lot faster. But with me engineering all these other people and me fixing all their stuff, it's kind of hard to be like releasing my music consistently like I want to. But I wrote a list yesterday, as a matter of fact, and I have 85 songs finished, just songs that I still, besides Fake Friends and Feeling on You, there's still 85 more that I just haven't released yet. Some of them are on YouTube. Some of them are there, but there's like only maybe 3 songs on YouTube. And that's just because I'm just like, I'm not doing no more work on it. You're going to get it like that.
And then what would you say your story is as an artist? How would you describe your story?
My story is easy. I'm a person pretty much who's just trying to make it. That's in my songs, I'm mostly talking about how I need to get money, because it's true. I need money. I mostly talk about, where I am right now and where I want to be. So, I have one song called Working, and it's like I'm working every night and day, wonder how I get so jaded, wonder how I get this way, because I'm just consistently working. It's like people are like, oh, you so negative or whatever. It's like, I'm not negative. I'm a realist. You know what I mean? In this kind of industry, like, people going to tell you your stuff's not good enough. That's not what I go around telling people, but I'd be like, look, if you just tweak it a little bit here, if you just do this, that sounds really good, but you could take it over here if you just push that little bit more. And that's the story that, I'm just trying to tell through the music too, where I am here, where I want to be. Of course, there's heartbreak and heartaches and all of that stuff, but really, my music, I don't have a lot of relationship songs unless we broke up.
How would you describe your style, like your sound?
My style, I guess, is real difficult to everybody I ask. They say they really don't know, but I say, like, if anything, if I really had to compare to anybody, I would say probably Queen Latifah, because she did a lot of like rapping and singing too. So it's like in between a little bit. She'll sing on her own tracks and then come back and rap. So sometimes that's exactly how some of my songs are. They, a little bit of both worlds, That's why I don't really need features, right?
No, right? We're going to go on one of your songs. We're going to see what's up. We're going to add it right now. Let me add the screen. You can see that? Hopefully they get it. All right, we're going to like to here you go. You want to talk about it?
Oh, sure. This one I wrote about my ex-girl. I was definitely drinking, and I was like, what happens when you drink? You start thinking about exes and whatnot. So I'm thinking, what do I tell my ex if they were right there?
Yeah, let's go. Feeling on you.
All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. No, you said it's better to go our own way. But since you moved on, nothing has been the same. I've been walking around acting like I'm okay. No, I'm the greatest actress, but in the face.
Sorry to bring the past, but I've been sleeping, had me reminiscing all that I had moved on. Yes, I was wrong. Tried to be strong, but I don't think it's going too well. Too well, get you tell. If you want it, babe, I'm here if you're ready. If you want it, babe, it's not necessary. If you want it, babe, I'm here if you're ready. I'm here if you're ready. I'm here if you're ready. Thinking about, counting on you. No, I don't need no reason, don't need no excuse. Thinking about all the things that I'm doing to you. Got these vivid images, got me feeling like I'm feeling on you. Feeling on you. Thinking that you. Feeling on you, babe. I'm feeling on you. I've been doing all night, babe. Everything about feeling on you. I've been doing all night, babe. Everything about feeling on you. I did try to replace you, but I ain't got nothing on you. Thinking about you, hey, got me thinking about feeling on you. Feeling on you. Dreaming that you. Feeling on you, hey, got me thinking about feeling on you. Alright.
Yeah, I like that joint.
What's up?
I said I like that joint.
Oh, word. I appreciate it. Thank you, because definitely that was about X.
I'm gonna play one more. You said, "Oh, Fake Friends" is another song, right?
Yeah, that's on my Spotify.
Yeah, I got that right now, but I'm gonna play that later after some more questions.
For sure.
I'm saying, so yeah. What's your current project? What you said you got all the 85 songs. What you gonna do?
You know what? That's a good question. I've brought a couple of beats already, so those for sure I could release. Others I have a couple songs more too on my YouTube. I definitely need to release a little bit more. I've been trying to get a video. That's what I really want to do. I really want to get a video going, but I'm always working, man. Working every night and day, man.
So you in the studio every day, all day?
No, I have an actual job.
Oh,
I work as an assistant manager for a sushi restaurant. So they got me working like 9-10 hours a day. And then I still come home and I try to write, or I try to work on, mixing the other people's stuff or whatever. Or at least just putting it together so they could get it on their SoundCloud or whatever they want to do with it.
I don't know. Did I ask you about your creative process?
Actually, well, my creative process pretty much starts with the beat for sure. If I like a beat, I can write a song really fast. Sometimes I could write a song 30 minutes, a whole song, or an hour. But if I'm really liking the beat, or if I really want to sit with it and think about it, then I always let the beat talk to me, because the beat will tell you if it's a fast song, then it's gonna be a party song. If it's a slow song, then what are you gonna think about it? What are you trying to tell the people? What's on your mind at the moment? And then the next thing I normally do is I just run with whatever artist I'm really feeling that time. So pretty much Feeling on You, I was really feeling LMI. So my LMI was coming out and Feeling on You. So and if there's some other songs I'm like, what would sound real good here? Aaliyah. Or what sound real good here? Missy Elliott. And then that's when my rapper will come out, or the more chill vibes will come out. So that's pretty much my creative process.
And then where you trying to be in your career? Like, what's a successful career to you?
Successful career to me is I really, really I'm really into songwriting. I'll definitely want to be an artist myself, but I really like the songwriting aspect. And then once I found out, like, somebody like Jermaine Dupri wrote "We Belong Together" for Mariah Carey, I was like, so it can be done. It can be done. That's a beautiful song, man. So I'm like, oh, that's I want to, songwrite hopefully for a lot of people, but I also want to, I don't care. I'm no Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't mind doing like, local shows. I'm not really the limelight type of person. I'm a more low key, chill flower on the wall, wallflower type of person.
I'm gonna say, what makes a good song to you?
A good song it has replay value. If you could play it again and you could play it again and you could play it again, that's a good song because it speaks to you. That's why Cardi B Money Moves did so well because everybody want to make money moves. Everybody.
So what you think? What you think about that WAP?
Man, I mean, they doing their thing. You know, definitely that's not something I would be talking about, but more power to them because back in the day, there was Trina, there was Foxy Brown, you know, so it's not like nobody ever spoke about it.
Yeah, I actually saw a meme and it was like, what was the nastiest song? It had Trina song on there. It had Foxy Brown. It had My Neck and My Back.
Exactly.
My Neck and My Back was
right. Well, Kaya, there we go. Kaya,
yeah.
My Neck, My Back, him. And what do you call it? I mean, like, what is it? Foxy Brown, or they're talking about ill nana. Like, what do you think that meant? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just they had a little bit, and I mean, Missy Elliott did 1 Minute Man. So I mean, they were talking about it. I feel like, you know, now it's just more blunt, you know, WAP. But before it was just like 1 Minute Man. Guess what I'm talking about? Kids was singing 1 Minute Man. I was singing it.
So what you think about what's going on right now with the COVID?
COVID's definitely put a damper on a lot of things but at the same time, COVID has helped because since COVID, I wasn't able to work. So that's when I started releasing my music. So it's sad to say it helped me in that aspect because I had nothing to do, but I had nothing but time. But I feel, you know, it's definitely changed the way artists are going to be able to perform. It's definitely changed the way that artists can make money. And, you know, even Instagram is getting in on it, copyrighting people now because of all the DJs that are doing live shows and all of these things. Like, they're going after people. Everybody's trying to make money now. But it's hard with, you know, you can't sell tickets, you can't sell shows, you can't sell popcorn, you know, juice, shit. And so, and there's no Coachella. Like, you know, people definitely miss it.
What do you think about the Black Lives Matter? The protest.
First of all, Black Lives Matter. For sure. But I think it's powerful. It really is. I've been to a couple protests because, like I said, I had nothing but time. So I'll definitely peaceful protests. Okay, definitely peaceful protests. And that's what I seen. I went out for myself and I seen a lot of people helping people. And that was very interesting because the way that they try to show it on the news is just everybody's at each other's, you know, throats or whatever. And yes, it's us versus the police, and not even all of them. Most of them though. But when you was out on the streets, there were, you know, white people driving around in cars asking people if they need medical attention or if they need rides to get where they need to go, and all of the people that were just out there for us, you know. So, you know, it's really powerful and it's touching to be out there and see how much people support and how much they care about it.
All right. And what are some of your interests outside of music?
Definitely basketball. I'm a basketball kid for sure because I'm from Brooklyn, you know. But other than that, just regular stuff, you know, chilling, playing video games, of course. I like to play Marvel vs. Capcom, whip that ass.
So you watching WNBA or you watching NBA?
NBA for sure. I mean, WNBA be doing this thing, but I kind of feel like they move a little too slow. You know, whereas the guys, they just be up and down the court. And when I was growing up, I never played with the girls. I always played with boys. So you know, they jump taller and just makes me be better. So I can jump as tall as some of the guys. Shoot.
Yeah, I think like I was saying, I think they were saying like the women don't get paid as much. But I think if they just lower the goals a little bit so they can dunk, I think that'll make people watch it more. So I'm like, I don't know why they don't do that.
Because, I mean, even when I was younger, we couldn't dunk or whatever, but we were still, you know, doing, you know, layups between the legs or, you know, doing 360 reverse layups because we got to be creative because we can't dunk. So I'm like, people could still, I mean, yeah, that's not ideal, but it's like you can make it a little bit more fun. Have an all-star game where you just do like shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dunk contest, some shit.
For real. Because when, I can't remember what her name was, but there was a girl that did a dunk and I watched it 100,000 times. Dunk contest. Just recently.
The one with the braids.
Yeah, I just can't remember her name, but I was like, that was crazy.
I want to say her name Brittany Gardner, probably.
Shit, I wouldn't, man, but it was incredible. And I was like, so yeah, I mean, it can be done. It can be done, but I agree with you. Like a little lower, like half an inch, maybe a little, like an inch too.
So who you be playing with in the Marvel vs. Capcom?
Oh, Marvel vs. Capcom, of course, man. I'm a Spider-Man stan. I love Spider-Man. It's my Spider-Man tattoo. Love him. But I like Spider-Man. Definitely Wolverine and Guile, actually, believe it or not. I'm real good with Guile. I whip that just with guy alone.
So you play online or you just play? What's up?
Sometimes because I like to play Marvel vs. Capcom. What is it? 2? I think it's like the 2D one, the old one for PS3. They don't even have it for PS4. So a lot of times there's not that many people really online. So I just really be playing the computer on expert or hard or whatever.
Yeah, the only thing you gotta get on Twitch though. Like you'll find a community because you'll find the people that be playing that game still.
Where you just put me onto it today, so I'm gonna definitely check it out because I didn't even think about that.
It's cool too, because then the thing is too, I ain't trying to hype them, but they just good, so I gotta hype them. But then the thing is too, it's like they got DJs on there.
I've been hearing about that lately.
Shows. That's why I'm on there now because they got shows. So it's turning to its own little thing. It's turning cool. I like it.
I hear like artists are doing like live shows. I think The Weeknd I think Amina and somebody is going to be doing a whole album, like on Twitch, on Spotify, just their whole album that just released. I'm like, see, that's people are really thinking, and they being progressive now. And that's the way to get the money.
All right. Then what advice would you give to new artists?
Don't give up. People are not going to support you in the beginning because a lot of times people don't really believe in themselves. So people don't want to support somebody who's not going to be out there grinding every day. So it doesn't matter if you have 0 people, 1 person, 2 people, just keep doing it. Keep going. Somebody's going to see it eventually. And you're, just never be consistent and don't stop.
So what you smoking on?
Right now, I'm smoking on Superman OG.
Okay. What is that?
It's an indica. I really only mess with indica, but it's really high, I think, in THC. So that's why I be trying to get it.
What would you roll up here?
2XL, little. This what we have. What do you call it? This what we have in LA or whatever. Okay. I'm buying them in bulk, so I don't got to worry about it. Just deliver it right to my house.
I know. Get tired of going there all the time and getting them.
And the people be like, "Man, you a pothead." I'm like, nah, I don't need people in my business.
All right. What would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Well, I said I appreciate you guys very, very much because just having 1 supporter, 2 supporters make me say to myself, oh, man, I'm going to keep doing this because somebody's actually listening to what I got to say. So I really appreciate y'all, and let's just keep doing this thing together. Watch me, man. Watch me.
And what artist you feel like influenced you the most?
Definitely, out of everybody, Aaliyah, because they taught her style and everything, but she's just so chill and humble. Everybody who always work with Aaliyah say the same thing. Like, she's just really humble, and I always take that into my mind. Nobody's better than anybody else. Everybody brings something different to the table. So if I could just, show people my work ethic will definitely come through, but your attitude is what people always remember the most. So that's why she always in the forefront of my mind.
All right. Anybody just hearing about you through this interview, let them know why they should go check you out and follow you.
Oh, definitely. You should check me out and follow me because I'm a gangster. No, I'm just playing. No, but because I talk about a wide variety of stuff. So, if you don't like rap, maybe you'll like singing. If you don't like just singing, maybe you'll like talking. So I got something for everybody.
I want to say thanks for coming through politicking with me.
Appreciate you having me, man. Definitely.
Yeah, I said you got 85 songs on deck. You might want to go and get into the tournament because you might go and win 200 with your hood Grammy. You never know.
Exactly. You never know. I'm going to be looking for that tournament for sure.
All right. Well, what's your social media again?
KitaontheTrak. That's with a K and no C. No C in that track.
Hey. Oh, yeah. I just noticed that.
That's right. Just KitaontheTrak.
So why you left the C out?
Oh, just because. It's like I don't even pronounce the C, really.
All right, let me quit it out.